the chair for national security. Every other member, 5 minutes. Member for Jorok, Honorable Mushira, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, like I said in the morning, I want to laud the President for being forthright and candid to Kenyans on the real state of the nation as he was giving his speech. Madam Speaker, the President appreciated that it is true the cost of living is high and that it is true he also took over a country that is ridden with debts. But the most important thing, Madam Speaker, is that the President gave an assurance that he is working towards fixing this mess that he inherited from the previous regimes. On the matter to do with debts, the President indicated that he is working towards rationalization of the budget and to reduce the budget shortfalls, and that way we as a country we reduce external borrowing. And number two, Madam Speaker, the President indicated that he is working towards payment of the expensive and exploitative Eurobond that is due next year, and he indicated that he intends to pay that debt ahead of time. And that way, Madam Speaker, this will reduce the pressure that the country is experiencing in terms of servicing the debts that fall due. On the matters of cost of living, the President indicated that the program of subsidy of fertilizer that reduced the cost of fertilizer from 6,500 to currently 2,500 by subsidizing production rather than consumption is working, and it's a matter of time that the price of food will continue reducing. We've seen the reduction of food prices, and I know with time the food prices will continue reducing. Madam Speaker, I was impressed to listen to the President share success stories about the Financial Inclusion Fund, also known as Hustler Fund. Madam Speaker, this Hustler Fund is a game changer to the hustlers of this country. Madam Speaker, we as leaders need to encourage our voters and Kenyan citizens to apply for this fund, because out there people have enterprising minds and brains. They have good ideas. What they lack is capital to implement those ideas. With the Hustler Fund, that you don't need to know anyone to get and to apply, you will be able to get this fund and apply your ideas and start that small business. Madam Speaker, we also need to encourage Kenyan citizens that for you to get more loans from this Hustler Fund, you need to borrow and repay. We know that it is true. There are Kenyans who have increased their limit, as the President stated, by borrowing and pay and borrowing and pay. But we also know that there are also Kenyans who have not been able to pay, and it is important to encourage them to keep on applying and paying for this fund. Madam Speaker, I would also encourage the relevant State Department to continue sharing these success stories to Kenyans, so that Kenyans can know that it is true. You can be able to rise from the bottom up through business. Madam Speaker, and finally, on the matters of education, I want to laud the President, because for the last financial year, there were recruitment of over 55,000 teachers. And this is laudable because of the implementation of the JSS and ensuring the standard of education are enhanced in this country. Madam Speaker, with those few remarks, I support.
Thank you. Next chance to go to the Honorable Member for Kibwezi West, Honorable Ekomas Mutuse.
Oh, very good. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I now confirm that coming early and logging in early pays.